The New York Times. Gee, I wonder why they're irrelevant. The New York Times is the first one to actually verify, and it happened today, actually verify that we have been absolutely accurate on this story. We are the only ones that have given you the full picture, and now we're looking to the New York Times and the rest of the news media to explain what's going on today or what's going to happen tomorrow. They haven't gotten it yet. But let me give you what was on the front page of the story today. It's Wired and Shrewd. Young Egyptians guide revolt. Young Egyptians guide revolt. Maybe, wait until you see the president's speech. I'll save it for that. So here it is on the front page. Now remember, here is what I said was happening. And I said, in 3 sentences, this is what was happening on day 2 of this revolt. I said, radical Islamists, communists, and socialists will work together against Israel, will work together against capitalism, will work together to overthrow and overturn stability. Mocked for it. Here is what the New York Times blindly stumbles upon today, and then they extol this as a good thing. They describe some of the individuals who helped spur on the unrest and how the young is there, and they're using the internet, and how they laid out a weekly protest schedule, which has been followed by to the T, by the way, including today. And then they actually write this. I love this. Here it is. In the process, many have formed some unusual bonds that reflect the non-ideological character of the Egyptian youth revolt, which encompasses liberals, socialists, and members of the Muslim Brotherhood. Notice they don't say communist yet. Quote, I like the Brotherhood most, and they like me, said Sally Moore, a 32-year-old psychiatrist that should have her head checked, a Coptic Christian, and an avowed leftist and feminist of mixed Irish-Egyptian roots. They always have a hidden agenda, we know, and you never know when power comes how they'll behave. Excuse me? Could we fix reason firmly in our seat for a minute for this 32-year-old nincompoop? Well, I know, and you know they have a hidden agenda. What do you think that hidden agenda is, little Miss Leftist Feminist Christian? Does it involve, oh, I don't know, a big sword to the head of people like you? But this leftist knows that's a risk, but is willing to work with the Brotherhood. Why? Quote, but they're very good with organizing. They're calling for a civil state just like everyone else. So let them have a political party just like everyone else. They'll not win more than 10%, I think. Oh. They're good at organizing. Organizing for America. Community organizing. It's the buzzword that will change the world. She's saying, we don't agree. She admits they have a hidden agenda, but rationalized working with them because they're good at organizing, and they'll only get 10% of the vote. Oh. They thought the same thing about Hamas, and Hamas won huge victories in Gaza. How's that working out? The leftist and extreme Islam working together. But there's more. From the New York Times. Islam Lofti, a lawyer who is a leader of the Muslim Brotherhood Youth, says his group used to enlist others from the tiny leftist parties to stand with them in calling for civil liberties to make their cause seem more universal. Many are now allies in the revolt, including Zayed El-Amidi, a 30-year-old lawyer who was then the leader of the communist group. Make it seem more mainstream. And the New York Times doesn't even notice that maybe this is a bad thing. Why are we in so much trouble? Why is America suffering from our own mistakes in the Middle East? Why? Because we have had the idea that my enemy, the enemy of my enemy, is my friend. I've got news for you. He's your enemy. He's not your friend. In Egypt, all over the world, we get into bed with brutal dictators. Why? Because it serves our purposes. It serves our purposes. Well, we are about to pay for it. These people have paid for our mistakes for 30 years. And we're about to pay for it now. And yet the New York Times, they see how bad Mubarak is, but they don't see holding radicals up, radical Islamicists and communists, leftists, feminists, all of them out on the street. They don't think that that's a bad thing, that nothing's going to come out of that bad. Now, how have we survived this long being this stupid? Good heavens! I don't even understand how we survived a week with a media like this. Are you kidding me? All these Harvard know-it-alls that have no clue as how to... They are given the story. They write the damn story. And yet, they will see, come with me, they will see this. In the paper, front page, they see this. But they'll say, this is crazy. Oh, this is crazy. What? Oh, and then he says it's going to cascade into a revolution throughout the Middle East, and it could possibly affect Egypt or Europe. It could possibly affect London. Oh, that's crazy talk. Really? I said on day 2, I walked over to that wall because they were already calling me Chicken Little. And I pointed out those things, and I said, I am going to plant my flag on this, and I will fall on my sword if I have to. Everyone has said this program was crazy. I have never said what I have said in the last 2 weeks, which is this. I know I am right on this. I never said that. I've never said that before. I said, I hope that I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. But I've never said I know I'm right. Why? Because on this, I know the research that we have done for the last 2 years that has led to this moment. I know history. I know what history teaches us. And I know my gut. And I wanted you to see it. I wanted this to be branded on your head. I wanted you to be able to see it and know there was no one else telling you this stuff. Why? Why would I want to do that? Because I need you to question everything. Not only that I say, but everybody else. You are being manipulated. And there are powerful forces all around the world. These people didn't come out just because, hey, I think I'm coming. These people have been organized. I don't think this ends well for the people of Egypt. This is only the beginning of transformative change. This is the beginning. I told you on day number 1, you are witnessing the Archduke Ferdinand moment, which led to a transformative change called World War I. You are watching the beginning and the birth of the New World Order. And you want to call me crazy? Go to hell. Call me crazy all you want.